is that we've made the gospel about the obeying of a commandment instead of the dream God had in his heart for his life with man.
That's good.
And then we build our understanding of the gospel from the disobedience of a commandment instead of the dream God had in his heart for man, right? And then we define justice from the perspective of the disobedience of a commandment instead of justice from the perspective of what would justice look like to God. We struggle. Please follow my language. I know this makes no sense with God, but follow my language because we're humans here. But what would be injustice to God? If injustice could come against God, what would that look like in the beginning? The only way you could come out with the right conclusion is to know what God first dreamt in his heart for his life with man. I mean, what is good news to God? We think the gospel is only good news to man. What's good news to God? Well, what did God want in the beginning? A friend. A friend that could what? Share life with him and experience all that he experienced. A friend that could never die. A friend that he could see himself in his face, that he could identify with, that he could call his own, that he could say, this being is flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. That's what God desired. That's what his heart was filled with. I want somebody to hang out with. I'm going to live eternally and not die. I need them to live eternally and not die. That's what God wanted.